Hello YouTube! Hello! We're back! Of course we are. And before we start, I just want to thank every single one of you for the 5k subscribers. Insane when I think about it. Absolutely insane. And I've actually been thinking about what vid to make for the 5k special, more or less. And I was basically bouncing around some ideas, and at the end of this, I thought, I'm gonna just share something very special to you guys. Very, very special, and something that most likely no one talks about, or no one knows about. So what am I even talking about? So this is gonna be a secret Kazuya tech that I recently discovered, actually. Very, very recently. So yeah, this is gonna be a first time thing for most of you. For most of Kazuya players, that is. So let's start. What am I even talking about? So what I'm talking about is I found a very, very good situation with Kaz that kind of fixes one of his problems. So most of you will know that Kazuya's biggest strength is his high risk, high reward playstyle when it comes to being a sweep being a very big reward when it does hit, right? Especially at the wall when something like this happens and it wall splats. That's great, right? But one of his problems was that after his wall combos, let's say he does a wall combo here, it's not really a thing for you to hell sweep here. It's way too risky because people will either sidestep here or duck. There's no reason for them to just stand still and do nothing most of the time, right? There's no reason for it. So a hell sweep kind of becomes an option that's not really a thing after this wall combo. Even after something like this wall combo, a hell sweep here isn't the best because they will usually tech roll away from the wall. While it does work, they can also stay on the ground, which a lot of people do, and then they just get away from the wall. Very, very easy for people to do, and most people will do that. But what I found is that there's another wall combo that I've been experimenting with a long time ago as well. It was this wall combo right here. So instead of using a down forward 2, you can end it with a down back 2. One bad thing about this wall combo is that you have to do a 1-1 down back 2 or a back 1, back 3-1, down back 2. You cannot do a back 2-4 down back 2. This does not work, unlike the down forward 2, right? Now, why is this wall combo so good? Now, I want you guys to just pay attention to this. So back 3-1, down back 2 into a hell sweep. Usually this doesn't work. And I have Lily here as my practice opponent because I just want to showcase that this will work even on Lily. I tested this on Xiaoyu as well, and it also works on Xiaoyu. So you guys saw the sidestep is still a problem, right? It's still a problem. I can't really hell sweep here. So I do this and I hell sweep, and it doesn't really work. They're sidewalking me after that, so I can't really use it in the same way. Now, what if I just add a little bit of a special sauce to this? A little bit of a special sauce. The special sauce I just added made my hell sweep tracking there. They can't sidestep it anymore. What was the special sauce I just added? Well, the special sauce is the tech I'm talking about. This wall combo is way, way better because this exists. Recently found this out. The tech here is that you actually do a very quick FF here, which is a forward, and then this becomes basically home. They can't avoid this. The moment they stand up here, they're getting mixed up. The good part about this is that it's not frame tight. So if I mess up the timing a little bit, it still will work. It will still work. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult against characters like Lily. If you can mess up a little bit easier there. But you guys just saw that after a wall combo, let's say I just do this wall combo, right? I can hell sweep here without worrying about them sidestepping me after a tech roll. Which is a very big deal because no other wall combo do this while also having a wall splatting threat. Because as I've said, they usually get away from the wall. Right now I have them set to do this because people will usually go to the left. But in this situation, people will usually go there, right? That side. So away from the wall. So you don't really have your wall splatting mids as a threat or your hell sweeps as a threat. Well, it's a good wall combo. I think this one right here might be better. So I will start experimenting with this more. By the way, I will start experimenting with this most likely even today. Most likely when you watch this vid. A little bit later, I'm gonna start my stream on Twitch. I have the same name on Twitch, by the way, if you want to join. I have the link in the description. And I will be experimenting on this way more, but I think this has a lot of potential. It's super, super good from what I understand. Now, why is it so good? One thing is that you don't have to worry about them sidestepping here, right? That little mini FF after the down back 2 makes this a tracking. One thing to consider is that most usage of this is gonna be at the end of a combo. So let's say you get an electric as a combo, right? Which can happen, obviously. It can happen all the time. And then go to the wall, and then do your wall combo, and then do your hell sweep. Now this, you guys just saw that wall splat, right? That wall splat angle can actually happen a lot, depending on how you do your combo and the angle and a lot of other stuff, but that can happen. I'm not too sure how we can control it yet. I think it is controllable. I have to experiment a little bit more. But that wall splat, what does it mean? It means that there's a wall splatting hell sweep and a wall splatting mid is a mix-up. And that is crazy. If they stand up, obviously, right? That's important for Kazuya players, if they stand up. But let me just showcase this. Let me just showcase the mids that we have. You already know the low. One other thing you guys should know, that you can just supplement the low with a down back 4. If you want a little bit less risk, you can also just down back 4. You need to crouch cancel, but it's not that difficult. It's really not that hard. You need to do a little bit of an up button and then down back 4. Really not that hard. But yeah, if you want less risk, to down back 4, absolutely okay. Hell sweep works because they can't step it. And same with down back 4, they cannot step it. It's a pure mix-up. Now what can you mix it up with? The biggest thing about this is that the moment they do get up, you can actually mix up with something like this. They can't step this either. They can't step it. And it's the same problem usually with this, right? When I do this into up forward 3, it doesn't really work. Like up forward 3 doesn't really work as a mix-up here. Let me just try it again, right? It doesn't really work. They can sidestep away from it and it's not really a genuine mix-up. Now on that wall combo on the other hand, I literally just press up 3. If they duck or sidestep, they're gonna get hit and wall splatted. Either one of those two, by the way, they're gonna get hit and wall splatted. Depending on the angle, sometimes the wall splat might not work, but it's great. It works on both sides, but it won't wall splat if they tech roll the other side. But thankfully, it wall splats if they tech roll left, which is the most common side. Great. Now, the second thing about this is that whenever they block this, let's just say they block, right? They can't block this, obviously. It's a mid mix-up. Let's say they block it. Look at this pushback. This is insane. This is really, really good. This pushback allows you to keep pressure because you're very far away. You can play mind games with this pushback. That's what everyone else does with their buttons. With their pushback buttons that, I don't know, normal hit launch or whatever the hell. Right? So this is very strong. But this is not the only option that we can do. There are a lot of options, actually. Because what we can do is just stay on the ground and just wall standing 3. This also works really well. Because usually the problem with wall standing 3 is that it's too slow from the neutral. When you do something like this, it comes out very slow, 24 or 25 frames. But if you do it instantly because you're forced to crouch after down back 2, that's not an issue anymore. So wall standing 3 can also work as a wall splatting mix-up, which is an easier one and more consistent one at that. But the problem with wall standing 3 is that it can get beaten easily with get-up kicks. So if they do get-up kicks like these ones, let's say, wall standing 3 is too slow. It won't beat them. But this beats them. So this is super strong. Not only does it beat both get-up kicks, by the way, both of them, it will also beat a recovery kick because it's a low crush and wall splat. The things it will lose to is gonna be spring kick if they do it frame perfect, by the way. If an AI does this, you will lose to this. It's not a launcher, by the way. I tested this, it's fine. But the problematic thing here is gonna be the quick recovery if they do use it. Right? So if they do use this quick recovery, you will get floated. So that's why you want to mix things up. If you do a wall standing 3, not that big of a deal. But this is very easily beatable. You can beat this very, very easily. It's very risky for them to do this because you can just sidestep and then just punish them with anything you want. Very, very easy to beat this with no risk whatsoever. You're just sidestepping. So this is a very, very good situation for the Kazuya player that gets very easily created just by a wall splat or a combo ender with a wall splat. And that is why it's so damn good. One more thing. Additional thing is that the problem with something like Kazuya in Heat, well, not the problem, but problem with this move per se, is that you can't really use this again at the wall combo. Like, the moment they nerf this, since it's not a tracking move anymore, this doesn't work. Let's say they get up and do that tech, right? Sidestep into a side wall, which is very common. right? If they do that after your normal wall combo, you can't really use up forward 1-3 as a mix-up. It doesn't really work, even though it's supposed to track that way. It doesn't really work, right? It doesn't work. And it's kind of useless in that regard, and it's better to use in the neutral something like this, maybe, right? Because it has good range. But you can't use it as a wall splatting mix-up most of the time, unless you already have frames and you're already at the wall, which is a little bit more of a rare situation. Now, the wall combo I just showed does not have that problem because you have more frames to work with. So when you do this, and just press up forward 1-3, guess what happens? They can't sidestep this, right? They can't step it. It's a pure mix-up with a hell sweep. It's a wall splatting mid. It's safe, and it works both sides. The other side, it won't wall splat though. Most of the time, it won't wall splat anyway. But this is crazy, crazy good if you know how to hell sweep here well. If you know how to hell sweep. This also trades with get-up kicks. So the risk here that you take isn't that high. Get-up kicks are going to be annoying, especially the quick one, but you can deal with it the moment you see it. It's not that big of a problem. You can 100% deal with it. But the mix-up that you get here is really good because you can finally utilize this move as a mid mix-up, finally use it, and then get a lot of good damage after it, because it does good damage. Like, let's say I do this and they duck a hell sweep. They can duck a hell sweep here, right? Now I get this kind of combo. I get to something like that, maybe go to the other wall. You get it. It's already 70 damage and I messed up the combo. So it's gonna be at least 80 damage if I do a good combo, plus another Godoki situation, and plus I'm still in heat. Example, right? Just another example. So the thing about this wall combo is that, as I said, it has a little bit weird usages. If you want to go for damage, you go for this. This does the same damage as down forward 2, by the way. This. Exactly the same damage. So it's not bad, and the OK is very good. As I already explained, the OK is very, very strong if they do stand up. And they can't delay their tech roll here. I tried delaying my tech roll. I was messing up. Maybe I was just messing up, but they can't delay it. If they do a tech roll, they just tech roll. If they don't, they stay on the ground. So, super, super strong OK option that I'm pretty sure people don't know about. Pretty sure. Well, this OK option, not OK option, but this wall combo has been used. I've seen other people use this. 100%. But I've never seen this hell sweep here tracking the way it does. I just messed it up, right? I just messed it up. It's fine. This one. Because the problem with wall combos as Kaz is that you can't really hell sweep after them. That's why you will usually see people do down back 4. Right? And then mix it up with down forward 3 or whatever the hell. And this is specifically very common. This into down back 4, right? And then this into down forward 3. But the problem with this is that the down forward 3 isn't a wall splat. If they sidestep, this won't wall splat. So you're taking a risk of a high without the wall splatting threat, or a wall splatting reward, let's say. But the reward and risk changes entirely the moment you do that wall combo. Because the moment you do this wall combo, now your hell sweep, that can sometimes wall splat, it isn't there, but it can, depending on the angle. It's gonna be mixed up with a mid that also will wall splat. And this mid is -5, by the way. And the other one, which I showcased, up 3, it is -9. Safe, and with pushback, as I already showed. So this is really good. I just feel like it's really good. And I have to still test it more. As I said, I will keep testing this. And I will test this coming days. Because I'm just curious about how good it actually is and how it will actually work in real matches. But from what it looks like, it solves a lot of the problems at the wall that Kazuya has, because his mix-up potential is not utilized fully at the wall because of this, usually. But now, because that exists, which works on Xiaoyu and Lily, which most likely means it will work on every other character, maybe not bears or something, who cares about bears? But, yeah. Anyway, YouTube, big thank you for watching. It was a little bit of a special bit today for the 5K special. I was thinking, as I said, I was thinking about what to make. I was like, maybe a compilation, maybe some stuff. But I think this is really interesting. And I'm going back to my roots, making content for my fellow Kazuya mates. Or people who want to deal with Kaz, I guess. But yeah, good luck dealing with this, I guess. Good luck. But yeah, once again, thank you for watching, YouTube. And I'll see everyone in the next one. Till then.